Hello and welcome back to a brand new video. So this is just catching everybody up with things that we've been filling our time with really while we've been in the UK, waiting for cars to get fixed, roofs to get fixed, jobs to organise themselves into doing everything that they need to do. So we've been making use of the Too Good To Go app, which helps to rescue food from going into landfill and gives us some really good food at a cheap price. The ones that you're going to see very shortly were only £3.9 a box, so really brilliant. Other than that, I've been making myself a sourdough starter and trying to get to grips with baking sourdough and doing some more fermenting, because I always used to like making sort of sauerkraut and things like that. So I've been using some of the vegetables that we've got in the Too Good To Go boxes to practice and make some lovely ferments. And we've also had some days out, sort of trying to fill our days in. So we've got some clips of those as well. We thought while we were here we would make use of the Too Good To Go app that we used to use when we lived in the UK permanently, and we've just come back from a local supermarket, Morrison's, that Darren reserved 2 bags from the Too Good To Go app last night. We always laugh, and we've laughed all day saying, oh well, it'll get cancelled, because we never were able to get one from Morrison's, or not very often, but we've got loads. So these are the 2 boxes as we've just got them out of the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty the boxes out and have a look so we can actually see. But as you can tell, there's loads of broccoli, bananas and scones and lots of other things as well. So I'll get it all out and then I'll let you have a look and see what we got. And now I have it all laid out on the table, which is very full. And on the bench too. So what did we get? We got 2 lots of fresh herbs, dill and thyme, some little plums, grapes, pancakes, 2 pack of 6 pancakes. There are 6 packs of scones with 10 scones in each packet, so loads of scones, leeks, an iceberg lettuce, 2 oranges and a pomegranate, a pile of courgettes. One of them's got a little squashy end, so I can chop that off. 2 peppers, 4 tomatoes, a punnet of blueberries, loads of onions, a Savoy cabbage, a Chinese leaf, 2 halves of just like a white cabbage, so like a whole one, and then fresh chilies. I was making some chili jam earlier in the week and I couldn't get any fresh chilies in our local shops, and now I've got 6 packets. 4 heads of celery. Only thing that we don't like is the celery, so I'll have to find somebody to give that to. Then we've got carrots, 2 bags of these little oranges, and a head of fennel. That's lovely. That'll be nice, really nice, roasted up. Loads and loads of bananas. Darren's already eaten one. And then what have we got? We have got 2, 4, 6, 8 heads of broccoli. One of them's a little bit iffy, like I think it's this one here, either needs using up straight away or might not make it, but the rest look really good, so I'm gonna have to think of something to do with them. So that was really good. So there's loads and loads of stuff there, things that'll have to go in the freezer, things that'll have to get processed, and then just eat the rest as we go through. So yeah, just remember the Too Good To Go app. To download the app is free, and then I think it's like $3.99 per bag, isn't it?
Depends on the shop.
Yes, some of them can be a little bit cheaper, some of them can be a little bit more, but they have like standards, so you don't get ripped off. So yeah, going to get a lot of these cleaned and put away, and try and find somebody to eat the celery.
Oh yeah, we'll find somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I've been practicing. You know that I love bread making, and I've been trying to practice with some sourdough this time. So I started myself off a sourdough starter, which seems to have been quite successful. It took maybe 10 days to get really going, but it's really strong and vibrant now, I think is what you would say. So the bread that I was working on last night did like a bulk ferment overnight, and then I got up this morning and I baked it this morning. I don't have one of those baskets. Darren's desperate to like spend loads of money on one of those Banneton baskets to get it the shape, but I have a bowl which does more or less the same thing, but it always seems to like free flow a bit before I get it in the oven, and I put it onto a hot baking sheet and everything because I don't have a Dutch oven, but this is the most recent one, and
what do you think?
Well, it looks nice and smells really good.
Yeah.
The ones that I've made before have been a little bit doughy, maybe it's like on the base, but or a little bit burnt on the top. Can't get the balance between the two, but yeah, tastes nice. Tastes like sourdough.
It does.
And that's the main thing, isn't it?
It does, yeah.
So,
but yeah, just wanted to say, yeah, I mean, you're excellent at just making bread.
Yeah, if I do a yeast bread, I can just chuck it in and just feel it, and it just works.
And they're the best breads ever.
Yeah, they just work.
These sourdough ones, they've just been a little bit...
Yes, why am I not excellent at this? Grief. Yeah, so I'm going to cut it open because we're going out today. We're going to go around a few charity shops. Just still kind of filling in time, but we have got a bit of news and we'll let you know that later. And here comes Max. Oh, well actually that's probably the best one that I've done. That's the most open structure, and it's not heavy here.
That is probably the best one, yeah.
That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a nice crust as well.
Yeah. That is actually really good, yeah.
Yeah, because it's springing back. It's not cakey. Like,
so it probably wasn't the nicest looking bread to start with. Compared to others.
It did a spread, and then it didn't sort of... Well, it did puff up. But it did spread beforehand.
But inside it probably looks like one of the best ones. Yeah. Possibly. I mean, they've all been good, but slightly different, haven't they? But that's done what a sourdough bread should do that time.
It's all holy.
It's really good.
And it tastes really good.
Mm.
You still haven't really... Of course I do. Gotta be the tester.
What's it like, Max? Is it good?
Is it good? Yeah. I loves it. I loves the sourdough, Ma. You got any pickles to go with it? Never judge a bread by its colour.
Very good.
It has got that lovely sour flavour.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Yeah. So that's what we're having for lunch. It is cold, but it's probably still a little bit fresh to try and cut it. But no, I think that's pretty good. And what I've also been doing, filling my time up with, is out of the box that we got from Morrison's, the Too Good To Go box. Been doing some ferments. Really enjoy like making sauerkraut and that kind of thing. So it had some carrots and some cabbage in there, and I made another batch. So I've got a batch that I made before that, which is in the fridge ready to eat. But the best one that I've done this time round, fermented red onions. They're really good, really nice. I'm going to cough. Bit of bread, sorry. The onions came out really, really well. They were like really oniony and strong when I first sliced them up and was like getting them going. But after a week or so of fermenting, they came out absolutely amazing, and we've been eating them very, very quickly. We're nearly through a big jar already. So that's been delicious. And I also said before that I'd been making some chili jam, and we've started eating that, and that's delicious as well. So just a food fest. This is one of the many charity shops that we've visited. I seem to hone in on the vintage crockery, and Darren always makes for the electricals, cameras, that kind of thing. We've even sold quite a few bits that we've bought and made a little bit of profit on them. So the main thing that we wanted to talk about now was the fact that the car is fixed. Our Portuguese car that has been off the road pretty much since the day it arrived here. What seemed to have happened was the valves had closed, and that's why nobody was able to really diagnose it. It wasn't something that came up on a diagnostic, and we eventually got it to somebody, a good old-fashioned mechanic, as opposed to somebody who looks at a computer, and he actually diagnosed this and was able to fix it. So although it's been out of commission for almost 3 months, it wasn't an expensive fix. It was just some good old-fashioned mechanics that needed to be sorted out, and it's run really well ever since. The other images that you're seeing are just some of the days out that we've had. There are lots and lots of places in the northeast that are great and easily accessible for us, whether it be a park like this. This is on the River Wear at a place called Chesterley Street, and it's like a combination of art and stories, not just for kids but for the whole family. And then this is at Tynemouth, so the mouth of the River Tyne. We just happened to be there this day when this huge container ship was being piloted in, and we sort of were able to see that. So it's all those little memories that make odd days out memorable. Anyway, what I would like to say is thank you very much for sticking with us. Big changes coming very soon, and thank you for watching. Take care, and we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.